come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. We check in with her now.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. This conference matchup between two teams that do not like each other very much is a great way to get things started here in the conference. I'll keep you posted on the energy and atmosphere at the half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Texas A&M about to put it away to start this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. There he goes. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Caught in the backfield. It's Watkins. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. To the air. It's Levin. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Rush is on him. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. He'll try to get to the marker himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a deep grab. That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. Wide receiver comes in motion. Reed. That's caught. It's Craver. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
On the option. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They want to run this quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Under fire. He sacked this defense all over him.
That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. Nice job, man. Getting tackles for losses, getting sacks. It makes it easy to play defense. You know what else does? Forcing a 3rd and long where you know they got to throw the football like they got right here.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Working the middle, it's complete. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Throwing Reed. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Pulls it in, it's Horton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's so important to know where you are on the field. Great job, great hands, great awareness. Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They'll go to the counter. Fights off a defender. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Now here's Reed. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Run inside. It's Durham. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Clevin. Throws to the tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He really gets into this one, a high hanging kick. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows if that happens again, he's going to find himself
Caught, and he's got room. Inside the 40. The 30. He's at the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Here's a heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Scanning the field is Levitt. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver, continuing to come back to his QB.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Makes a move. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Aggies! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Under fire. Buried before he could blink.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires on the run. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Aggies offense will have another go at it. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter.
Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's Reed to throw. Got it. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him. Calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Looks as if he's going to run it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And they tried to run that sweep out right. I like going to the wide side of the field, getting somebody the ball that can really, really run. Just got to block it up a little better. Give him a chance to at least get that edge, and then he might be able to do some more damage.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Reed. He's got him. There he goes. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Running inside, it's Craven. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half.
Wide 53! Wide 53!
Looking to throw, it's Levin. Finds his target down the middle. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here. LSU right back to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking downfield very late in the half. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for room, it's Berry. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Oh, he missed it. No good. Hoping that a field goal could give you a little bolt of energy, but instead you look up and the scoreboard still says you're down by 17. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. We're just about ready to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. off this drive at their own 25. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Reed. On target to the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Second down.
Here comes the offense on second down.
Ready, go.
On the option. Pulls it and runs it again. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll move the tight end. From the gun on third down, Reed. Working that left side now. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Throwing Reed. Got his man on the right. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Working that wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Now, a lot of times on these play sheets, the offensive coordinators, man, they go, who do I want to get the ball to? How can I get him the ball? And sometimes when the space cramps down here in the red zone, how do you feature your guy? Nice job. Getting a little touch pass, getting him on the edge, letting him get some positive yards. He almost got in the end zone for the second time now.
They'll run for it on third and short. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Aggies! And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Levitt. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
You know they'd love to convert this third down after missing a field goal on the last drive. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Using his legs to buy some time. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good, and you can't even protect your quarterback on third down.
Oh, right through his fingers. He muffed it. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my role. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
Here's Reed to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. The run inside. It's Owens. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Puts a foot to it, and this thing's going to be up there for a while. Plenty of hang time on this one. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Running inside. It's Berry. Turning it on. 50, the 30, at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
Here comes the two-point try. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here comes the two-point try. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Here comes the heat. He gets in there for the two-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll go right back to the run. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Reed. Complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw. It's Reed. Bringing the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
On the draw, it's Edwards. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team.
Well, you got 3rd and California, not a lot of play calls for that, so they go with the safe run, and a nice job getting a lot of the yardage back. Obviously, you don't get the first down. You either do two things. One, you help out the punter here, or if you decide to go for it and you trust your quarterback in your passing game, let's find out what this coach wants to do.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it down the field. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they go back to the option play. Now, this is the second time, Paul, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You can tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
He's got it in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we have a 1-possession game late. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the move from inside his 5. The ball pops out on the return. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wide open downfield. Right down the gut of the field. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
LSU quick to the line.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Back to throw, it's Levin. He uncorks one deep. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They want to throw it. Pocket breaking down. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation, drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Pushes for the goal line. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers! The Tigers are back on top.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. On the move is the 30. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 30. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. LSU right back to the line. Dropping back, it's Levin. Looking deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Keeps it himself. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. This time he wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Levin. Lets it fly deep downfield. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes,
here's a little room there. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. On 1st down, here comes this offense. And as the quarterback takes a knee, that clock keeps dwindling away, now under a minute to play. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. It'll be 3rd and long. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff